Chairman of the school board, bringing us greeting at this time.
Parliament.
We have a new
Mr. Delroy
board chairman.
guest speaker, Dr.
Hope you can hear.
Miss Roger McDonald, representative from the Ministry of Education, Principal Mr. Keith Wellington, Vice Principal Mr. Kogan Sonis, our teachers, admin staff, ancillary staff, special invited guests who are here with us, past students, present students, and all other well wishers. Good morning. Good morning. This week is a momentous week. It's a very important week in the lives of the people of Santa Cruz, in your lives as present, past students, teachers, and everyone who would have connection with STETHS. Approximately 12:35 p.m. on Friday, the Honorable Minister of Education, after coming out of meeting in the auditorium, she stood and she said, "Wow, what a wonderful school."
Welcome to
It
STETHS.
took one look for her to realize that. But community of STETHS, community of Santa Cruz, and St. Elizabeth appreciate the service coming from this great and noble institution.
Santa Cruz Mountain.
STETHS,
Here we are nestled in the Santa Cruz
be
Vale.
adaptable. STETHS is resilient.
There we had the flag
STETHS
raising
is forward thinking.
ceremony and the
Today you sit
national
here,
anthem.
present students, and you're wondering,
There's a
why are
flag.
we here? You're only going to truly witness the greatness of STETHS when you reach the 70th. You're going to look back and you're going to say, wow. But I want you to acknowledge it from now and say, wow, 60 years of greatness. STETHS started out with a bang, and STETHS never stopped. I always wondered what was so special about St. Elizabeth Technical High School. And came down to one thing, dear principal, heart. If it's one thing that STETHS have, it's heart. Even if the talent is not there, they find it hard to do it. So you don't worry about the talent, the heart to do it carries us.
Then we're having cheers all around. Well said.
STETHS is a national and regional brand. And you will realize that the network capability coming through this institution is massive. And if you put your foot to the lead, you will have great opportunities coming forward. STETHS have made people happy.
Just ending the opening remarks or speech from the board chairman. That talk our moderator, Miss Keisha Senior.
Following Mr. Watson,
That was the
we will now
board chairman,
invite
Mr. Yannick
Member of
Watson.
Parliament from Northeast St. Elizabeth to bring greetings, Mr. Delroy Slowly.
God is good. And all the time. Amen. God be the glory always. Without him, he wouldn't have made it this far.
Delroy
This time I just
Slowly.
want to pause to
Member of Parliament.
acknowledge our chairperson, Ms. Keisha Senior, our board chair, Mr. STETHS
Member of Parliament addressing Founders Day
Yes.
service
Good morning.
slowly.
STETHS is an institution that has produced some of the most influential persons of our society. Outstanding, prominent, successful citizens that I will concur with the board chair that it is this which has led to STETHS to be a national and regional brand. But I pause to say to us all that like the church produced some of the most outstanding citizens of Jamaica. But I'm saying to us, so a man thinketh, so is he. Whatever you say that you can, you are right. And whatever you say you can't, you are right also. So be careful of what you think, and be careful of the things you speak. And let me tell you something. STETHS was impactful that when the results came out after 1 year for the 2-year subject, I got a higher score at that time. And because of that subject, I was able to do my business administration at UTEC. And because of STETHS, I was able to pass through UTEC doing business administration. And because of STETHS, I operated a number of supermarket stores, and at one point I had up to 8 digital stores. Because of STETHS, I now operate my business at True Bargain Hardware. And so I have a lot of gratitude and thankfulness to STETHS, and I have great roots here at STETHS.
Amen.
Please accept my apology. I say to you, Mr. Wellington, continue to do what you're doing. You're doing a great job. Thank you very much. God bless you and you all. Bless you.
Principal will come at this time to bring greetings. Principal of the St. Elizabeth Technical High School.
Thank you very much, Mr. Senior. I know that the protocols have already been observed, but I'm going to ask that I be allowed to preach and to specially welcome not just my predecessor in this post of principal, but my mentor and probably the person who has been responsible for me getting STETHS into so much trouble. Welcome, past principal, Mrs. Dorothy Samuda, the only principal, only female principal at STETHS of the St. August on that place. Welcome, Mrs. Samuda. Yes, I think there's an assistant standing, and
past principal Dorothy Samuda.
Not the student, you may sit. But let us acknowledge the presence of Mrs. Dorothy Samuda, our immediate past principal.
Samuda, they are sitting in red.
Thank you very much. We have already recognized the presence of those at the platform. I want to share my welcome, my portion of welcome and gratitude for your presence. Today we are celebrating Founders Day. Founders Day. Therefore, we are about reflecting on the foundation on which STETHS has been built. We want to recognize the greatness of those whose idea it was to establish a technical high school in St. Elizabeth. At the time that STETHS was established, when the thought came about in 1958, right, so we keep remembering 1961. We need to remember that a seed was planted in 1958 by the citizens of the Santa Cruz community. When that seed was planted, there were very few high schools in Jamaica and even fewer technical high schools If my
So
memory
true.
serves me right, I think
Five.
there would have been 3 or 4
Yes,
technical
about
high
5,
schools
I
that
think.
existed in
We
Jamaica
had 3, then it moved to 5.
when STETHS was started, when STETHS started in 1961. And as a result of just that idea, STETHS has become a beacon, not just for the people of Santa Cruz.
Again, welcome to
STETHS is a product of
Board.
Santa Cruz and a beacon of this entire country. Anywhere in Jamaica you go, you will find somebody who said that they went to STETHS. And they didn't come to STETHS because they lived in Santa Cruz. They lived in Trelawney or Senton or Portland or Kingston or Neglands or Tivoli.
Even
But they
St.
ended up
Thomas.
at STETHS. The MP spoke about the contribution STETHS made to his professional development. When we're having our 70th or our 75th,
Holy Grail and STETHS.
you're going to be eager to
Very
come
few
back.
students would have worked on this
And the
lawn.
students who will be sitting in your place will be proud to be a part of this
continue to
institution
listen.
because of the legacy
Greetings
that you
from our
would have
principal,
left.
Peter Williams.
You are here. You are proud to be here. You wanted to be here because of the students who came here in 1961. You are proud to be here because you know of Bridget Foster Hilton. You know of Professor Wind. You know of Dr. Little. You know of all those who would have built this institution to where we are. But you also now have a responsibility to ensure that you continue that legacy. And yesterday I felt so proud. I always do. But I felt extra proud yesterday as a principal because I saw a message from one of you students. I would have shared it as much as I could, but I want to ensure that I share that message with you. How many of you know Bahrain? How many students know Bahrain? This message was displayed worldwide by the leaders' website, and I want to share it today to you students. This is a message that was handwritten by Bahrain and held up in front of him when the cameras came. It says, put God first. Number 1, I am the best. Number 2, I can do it. Number 3, God is with me. Number 4, I am a winner.
Man.
And number 5, today is my day.
Yes.
That's Marian's message.
Very well said, youngster.
Thank you very much.
Close the address by our principal.
And thank you, Mr. Wellington. And we
Our second greetings.
the representative from the Ministry of Education,
We're having a rep from the
Ms.
minister.
Marjorie McDonald.
Bring greetings.
Moderator is Keisha Sinclair.
Again, this would have been some excerpt from the Founders Day service. State 68th anniversary.
Minister Slowly, MP Northeast St. Elizabeth. Dr. Patrick Brown, our guest speaker. Other members of the Board of Governors, Principal Mr. Keith Wellington, Vice Principals, Mrs. Holness and Mr. Fogel. Other staff members, students, alumni, parents, members of the Santa Cruz community, well-wishers of this noble institution, good morning. I greet you well on behalf of Mr. Otis Brown, Director of Regional Education Services, Region 5. The Region 5 family applauds and celebrates with you on this milestone achievement and momentous occasion. Attaining 60 years in any aspect of life is not only a blessing, but a big deal. And I believe, STETHS, you are a big deal. Years ago, visionaries through the Citizens Association initiated the call for a technical secondary school in Santa Cruz. Today, 6 years later, an institution of clout, respect, and academic and technical prowess stands proudly in the community of Santa Cruz. Through hard work and integrity, your motto, partnerships from stakeholder groups, the active alumni body, past and present principals, staff members, parents, community members, and friends of STETHS, this institution has become, without a shadow of a doubt, the beacon to the citizens of St. Elizabeth, the wider Jamaica, and without debate, the school of choice for technical and vocational education and training in St. Elizabeth.
Yeah, you have
This
it.
deserves applause. Achieving this milestone was no easy feat. To achievements, academically, through sports, and the impact you've made on the wider communities. Jamaica is better off for those who have passed through these gates and are making valuable contributions to society. Commendations to Ms. Ashleen, Head of Founders Day Committee, and her team for bringing the ideas of the team to reality. Well done. We at the Ministry of Education and Youth, Region 5, wish STETHS every blessing and continued success for the future as you continue your Diamond Jubilee celebrations. I thank you.
Would it be awesome for us to hear a little bit about STETHS, its history, and its development? And to grant us that wish, we would like to invite Mrs. Brianna Burton Foster to the podium. Mrs. Burton Foster is a current teacher here at the St. Elizabeth Technical High School, but she's also a past student from the batch of 2013.
Well done, Ms. Burton Foster.
Good morning, everyone. Brief history and development of St. Elizabeth Technical High. St. Elizabeth Technical High School, STETHS, is a co-educational institution located in Santa Cruz, St. Elizabeth, Jamaica. The school was established in 1961 following the initiative of the Santa Cruz Citizens Association in 1958. Through representations made to the Ministry of Education and the Kaiser Bauxite Company, the importance of establishing a technical school resonated profoundly. The Kaiser Bauxite Company therefore donated 12 acres of land, and the Ministry of Education provided a grant of £10,000 to start the new school. The school started on October 10, 1961, with 110 students housed in one building. Currently, our principal, Mr. Keith Wellington, has taken up the mantle to lead this great institution from the year 2008. The houses of St. Elizabeth Technical High School are named in honor of 4 past principals: Roper, Red House; Ray, Blue House; Pottinger, Green House; and Watson, Yellow House. Thank you.
We will be seeing the parade of champions, and these champions will be in the form of our uniformed groups, our clubs, our societies here at STETHS.
white teachers. They are in their uniform. The cricketers led the champion, and now we have some scoreless lead in the past students. Claude.
So we have another performance, and I think this will be in the form of a dance. Put your hands together. Make some more noise, man. Thank you. Awesome.
Watch this now. When it get hot this year, when them are going to hold me. Watch this.
Of 1972. But just before Dr. Brown comes to the podium, let us first invite Kaylin Hebert, a student of the lower sixth form, to bring introductions of the guest speaker. Put your hands together for Kaylin Hebert.
Custos Rotolorum, Beryl Rochester, Mr. Delroy Slowly, Member of Parliament for Northeast St. Elizabeth, Ms. Marjorie MacDonald, representing the Ministry of Education, members of the school board, Principal Mr. Keith Wellington, Vice Principals Mrs. Sandra Holness and Mr. Nigel Kogel, guest speaker Dr. Patrick Brown, other invited guests, members of staff, parents and guardians, past students, well-wishers and students, it is my esteemed pleasure to introduce to you Dr. Patrick Brown, distinguished past student of this noble institution, class of 1972, as our guest speaker for our 60th Diamond Celebration Founders Day program. Dr. Brown has lived up to the high standards of academic excellence that he was introduced to as a student of STETHS by integrating.
Good morning. I am very, very honored to be here and stand before you this morning, representing the class of 1972.
Wow.
I know Mrs. Holness will disagree, but undoubtedly the greatest class that STETHS has graduated in its 60-year history. I am here representing those who are not able to be with us for many reasons: health, employment status, family, and other issues. This morning, in my thought and prayers, are those in our 60-year history who have transitioned, who are no longer with us. Let us keep them in our thoughts and prayers. Mr. Chair and members of the board, Mr. Principal, who has another distinction, another designation, the longest serving principal in the history of this institution. Vice principals, teachers, staff, alumni, students. Many greetings this morning as I stand in this space where I stood many years ago. Then shorter, of course, then more hair, of course. This physical foundation where I now reminisce not only about the past out of which we have emerged, because of the present that we serve and the future that we must help to create. On this Founders Day at STETHS provides us with an opportunity to consider the many and varied legacies that have shaped this place, this ground on which we stand this morning. The people and the actions that have left for us today, not only the buildings, but the history and the culture and the community that nourishes us. It was through these gates that I came seeking knowledge, friends, and help. This is a moment that allows us to consider what our aspirations have been over the years.